This is Cristiano Ronaldo, and he holds the record for the most goals in a single UCL campaign, scoring 17 goals in 13 games, making him Mr. Champions League. And this is me, a player with 0 goals in my career. But today that is going to change, as I'm going to score the most goals in a single UCL campaign and receive the title of becoming Mr. Champions League. And after dominating the Mexican youth leagues for countless of seasons, we were given a trial at Rangers and Celtic, where we eventually signed a professional contract with Celtic Football Club to go ahead and start our journey in breaking the hardest UCL record. Yo, Sid, it's very good to see you once again, man. Did you just see I signed for Celtic? Do you think I could win the Champions League record here at Celtic?
Yo Edgar, glad to meet up and congrats on the move, bro, but I still think you're too new. Just focus on improving your game. Maybe one day you can beat that record.
You know what, Sid? You do have a fair point. However, I do believe in myself, but thank you for being my best friend for all these years, and thank you for continuing to support me even to this day. As we do a couple of shooting drills before the UCL campaign, we think of the competition we are going to have, from the likes of Kylian Mbappe to Erling Haaland. This is not going to be easy. But after working hard during the offseason, we do find out that our group was going to be very difficult, as we have Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, and Shakhtar Donetsk, and it was time for our UCL debut against Shakhtar Donetsk. Let's see if we can score our first goal in a European debut. Wow, Edgar, you've come a long way from the Mexican leagues, now playing your first ever UCL game. Make a statement here today, score some goals. And straight away here at Celtic, we are entrusted with the penalty taker position. We're gonna go ahead and go to the left hand side as we score our first UCL goal. This is going to be a great start if we ever want to break Cristiano's record. Now it's Callum McGregor on the ball, through ball into me. I do have a shot from a turn, it's a brilliant save. And we do get played a brilliant through ball, and now it's me versus the goalkeeper. Can we go ahead and get a brace, and we finesse it? And yes, on our debut, we get 2 goals to kick off this UCL campaign. But here comes Yassine Traore to go ahead and try to equalize this game, and he puts it away. But that does not matter, as we pick up our first 3 points, and then more importantly, our first 2 goals in this UCL campaign. And not only that, but we also pick up our first man of the match and our first ever Champions League game. But straight away, we have to go ahead and forget about that, because up next, we do have Real Madrid at home. Already the biggest game of our career. Toni Kroos with a brilliant through ball into Marcos Asensio, who does pass it into Vinicius, and we concede in the 9th minute already. Real Madrid are going to be a team that could possibly beat us, but I still want to try my best and score as many goals as possible. That picks up the ball. I see the run. I go ahead and take the run. He gives it through ball to me as I finish, and we score a goal against the best club in world football. 3 goals in 2 games. We're making a great first impression in UCL. And the ref blows the whistle as the game does finish 1-1. We pick up our second man of the match against the biggest team in world football. However, even though we did have a tough group, our goal scoring form did not stop there, as we scored 4 goals in the next 3 games, picking up 3 more man of the matches and bringing our goal tally to 6 goals in 5 games. See, Sid, I told you, you should have believed in me. 7 goals in 5 games, and my job is not done just yet.
Good job, Edgar. Never doubted you wouldn't score many goals, but even with your form, I still think you lack some experience to break that record, especially here at Celtic.
Man, I don't know, bro. Sid is sending me mixed signals. He's proud of me on one hand, but in the second hand, he doesn't think that I could break the record this season, even though I have 7 goals for this Celtic side. I hope he's still my friend. And we were now in the final game of the group stage, somehow, someway, sitting in first place with 11 points, already passed on to the next round. But up next, we had Real Madrid. The winner will get first place and possibly get the easier opponent. Let's go ahead and make a statement to the best team in the world that we're not a player to be messing around with. And now here come Real Madrid. Tchouaméni finds Karim Benzema through ball into Marcos Asensio with a shot, and once again, Asensio scored in the last time we played against him, and he scores once again as they take a 1-0 lead. They return ball down the wing. I'm in the middle. I'm in the center. Give me the ball. He gives the ball to me. I have a shot, and it goes wide as the ref blows a whistle, and we do lose 1-0 as my shot costed us first place. However, it's now time to brush it off, as it's time for the knockout stages. And as you can see, we did finish in 2nd place with 11 points. However, in the goal scoring charts, we're sitting in 4th place with 7 goals, as Erling Haaland was a top goal scorer with 10 goals. That is absolutely insane. But it was now time to find out who will be playing in the round of 16, and we're playing against Man City. We're playing against the top goal scorer of the competition in Erling Haaland. Can we outscore Erling Haaland in 2 legs and send Celtic to the quarterfinals? But it was now time for the first leg against Man City as we walk out at home. Not only did we carry Celtic from a group that we shouldn't have passed from, but we are also one of the top goal scorers in our first ever UCL campaign. That means Man City are not going to have it easy. Phil Foden with a through ball into Erling Haaland, and now Erling Haaland 1v1 against a goalkeeper, and he has a shot from outside the box and he scores it. This is why he's the top goal scorer, man. How are we going to compete with this machine of a player? Haksabanovic gives me the ball. I'm 1v1 against a goalkeeper. I have a first time finish and I do score. We do equalize the game. Haaland 1, Salinas 1. I have equalized this game, giving us a chance to proceed to the next round. Riyad Mahrez with a through ball into Erling Haaland. It's Erling Haaland with another shot, and it's so easy for him, man. A simple and slow shot, and he puts it away. Precise finishing. I don't think we're gonna break the record if Haaland knocks us out. David Turnbull gives us a brilliant through ball. 1v1 against the goalkeeper. Can we go ahead and equalize and finish against Ederson? We have a chip, but we do miss it. Can we have a follow-up shot? And we miss. We do miss the opportunity to equalize this game. And my missed opportunity has cost us the first leg against City and my first leg against Haaland. So far, Haaland has a lead against me in goals, and he has also outscored me in one game so far. We do sit sad in the locker room knowing we couldn't save our team, but it's time to brush it off as Haaland had 12 goals and I had 8, now sitting in second place. But we have to go ahead and go to the Etihad Stadium and see if we can somehow go to the next round and continue the campaign of trying to beat Cristiano's UCL record. Come on, Edgar. Erling Haaland is absolutely embarrassing you. 12 goals to your measly 8 goals. Don't let Sid be right. Prove him wrong. Take Celtic to the next round and outscore Erling Haaland in this game. Phil Foden gives a ball into Erling Haaland, who has a shot, and once again, man, his first shot of the game in the 9th minute. He scores once again, scoring his 13th goal. I don't know if we're going to make it to the next round. I don't know if I'm going to become Mr. Champions League in this first UCL campaign. And now Man City have a penalty in the 41st minute. Kevin De Bruyne versus Blake, and he goes to the left and we save it. James Forrest with a brilliant chip ball. Can we go ahead and control it with a chest? We do have a shot and it goes wide. How did we miss another opportunity, bro? And now it's Julian Alvarez 1v1 against Alex Blake. Can he go ahead and save it? And yes, he does. Once again, KDB has a penalty. He's going to go ahead and go to the right hand side, and this time he puts it away as the ref blows the whistle, and we get knocked out of the Champions League as once again Erling Haaland beats us, and he shows why he is the best striker in the current UCL season. Shit, man, we failed. Sid was right. This was our first ever UCL campaign. We just didn't have the experience, but you know what? It was an amazing season. It's time to move. And the UCL season comes to an end as Inter Milan win the Champions League and Erling Haaland scores 13 goals. And we do finish the season with 24 goals in all competitions, 8 goals in the Champions League, as we somehow finish the player of the tournament for the UCL, even though we got knocked out in the round of 16. I think we have to leave Celtic if we ever want to become Mr. Champions League and break that UCL record. So at the start of season number 2, we tell our boss that we want to leave as we want to go to pastures new, as we feel we are way too good for this side, and we do get an amazing offer from AC Milan as we go ahead and accept it. As we are being presented by AC Milan, we think of all the possibilities, all the goals we can score in a legendary AC Milan shirt, possibly becoming Mr. Champions League in our second time of asking.
Hey Edgar, glad you can keep your head up after that loss, and now you're at AC Milan. Another progress season in my opinion. You won't break the record this season, but just keep working, man.
Come on, Sid, you gotta stop doubting me, man. Player of the tournament last season, 8 goals in my first UCL campaign. I'm now on a better side. I'm gonna beat this record this season, whether you believe it or not.
I love your mentality, Edgar, but I just don't think it's your time. But rooting that you prove me wrong.
And just because we signed for a super club in AC Milan doesn't mean we weren't gonna work hard, as once again we work our ass off in shooting drills, knowing that our competition is very stiff, specifically Erling Haaland, who embarrassed us last season as our groups were announced, and we do have Liverpool, Galatasaray, and Dinamo Zagreb, another relatively easy group. But it was now time to kick off UCL campaign number 2 versus Liverpool. AC Milan versus Liverpool was a classic, and it's going to be a classic because I'm going to be scoring goals in this game. Alright, Edgar, no messing around this season. Sid is still doubting you. He's still your friend, but you want to prove him wrong, and you're going to prove the world wrong when you're going to break the record this season. You got this, man. And now it's Adama Traore on the ball, gives a through ball into me, and once again I have that clear space. 1v1 against Alisson. Can I go ahead and score? I have a shot, and yes, I do. Now a better player in my second UCL campaign. I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity by the neck and try to win that record this season. And once again, here comes Adama Traore. He sees me in the middle. He gives the ball to me. I take a touch. I have a shot, and once again I score a brace in the first UCL game of the season. We're going to be big this season. And the game does end 2-0 as once again we pick up a man of the match here in our first AC Milan game. We're looking for something amazing this campaign. But our opponents up next cannot be taken lightly, as we're going to be playing against Galatasaray, a team who is known for beating big sides in the Champions League. Sergio Tonali gives me a brilliant through ball as we get past this defender because we're way too fast. Can we go ahead and finish this shot? And yes, we do. Our goal scoring form is not going to stop here as we pick up our third goal in our first 2 UCL games. And now Sergio Tonali once again on the ball. Sergio Tonali gives the ball to Rafael, who gives it back to me, and we do have a second brace, back-to-back braces in this Champions League campaign. This is going to be very, very different. And the game does finish 2-0 as once again we pick up back-to-back man of the matches. However, our form, like I said before, did not stop there, as in our next game against Dinamo Zagreb, we picked up our first ever UCL hat-trick, now giving us 7 goals in only 3 UCL games. However, even though we did pick up our first match ball, of course, Erling Haaland had 9 goals in 3 matches. That is basically a hat-trick in every match that he's played in. Erling Haaland is not going to let us break that record. However, this time around, we did not let Erling Haaland's competition face us, as in the next 3 games, we scored a total of 5 more goals, giving us 12 goals so far in this UCL campaign. We are going to dominate the UCL this season. And as we finish the group stage with all 6 wins, it was time to find out who would be facing in the round of 16, and we're going to go ahead and have Man City again, bro.